Legitimate IQ tests are hard to find these days. And because almost anyone can create these, their authenticity is questionable. In this following Buzzle article, we will highlight what are the factors that one must look for in a legitimate IQ test. Have you ever attempted to take any of the several quizzes that you find on Facebook and other social networking sites? While it is definitely fun taking all these tests, one can't really rely on them to be authentic. They are, after all, user-generated and the results may or may not be true. The same logic applies to IQ tests on the net. Even if the result of an IQ test holds true for one person, there is a high chance that it won't for someone else. This happens because it is not a legitimate test. IQ stands for Intelligence Quotient. An IQ test is a standardized test designed to calculate and judge an individual's intelligence level. It is not dependent on the individual's knowledge, but on his ability to gather knowledge and then use or apply it. In that way, it is very different from a regular test that you would give in a classroom. A legalized IQ test draws inferences from the nature of your answer and marks you on the basis of the inference. In fact, the test taker's gender has a major role to play on the result of the IQ test as well. Why are these tests created? Legitimate IQ tests are created for several specific reasons. There is no fixed questionnaire to an IQ test. These tests are formulated on the basis of the characteristic that needs to be judged. For example, if one needs to judge if they can be a writer or not, the IQ test will be specific to that field. Or if one needs to judge a person's ability in a certain field of study, that is how the test will be designed. Pointers that identify a legitimate IQ test. What does one do if they really want a correct and legalized IQ test? There are certain pointers that will help you at identifying these. The average score of the IQ test will be 100. If a person scores less than 100, their IQ is less than average, and if a person scores more than 100, their IQ is more than average. All the questions in an IQ test are multiple choice questions. Each question will have 4 possible answers, out of which the test taker has to select the correct answer. The test will have different sections to calculate abilities in different ways. Each section will need to be completed in a specific amount of time. The test is administered in order to judge general intelligence and will therefore not have questions about history. IQ tests are general knowledge-based and factual memorization is not a part of these unless the IQ test is to calculate knowledge about history in particular. There will be pictorial, numerical, and verbal problems that need to be solved. No matter which characteristic or trait is being calculated by the test, there is a general testing of analytical reasoning, numerical problem solving, and verbal comprehension. In case of an online test, the test will not show you your result immediately under most circumstances. It will require you to sign up. If you opt for a free test, then, the signing up will be free. Or else, you will need to pay the required amount via online paying methods and online banking. Once the sign-up is complete, the total detailed result will be emailed to you. While taking the test, it will ask you for your gender, age and sometimes, nationality. Your zodiac sign is of no consequence here. However, your position in the family, that is, if you are the firstborn or secondborn, etc., might be asked, depending on the nature of the test. Sometimes, the results that are generated by a legitimate test may not seem very accurate. In such a case, it is best to approach a counselor for further and more detailed understanding of the results. In case there is a gross inaccuracy in the test, then you might need to retake it.